Okay, so thank you so much for joining, guys. Today we are here to discuss about what UiPath Cloud Masters Challenge is and what specifically do we mean by AWS Edition. I am Ishmeet Bindra. I am a UiPath MVP and a senior RP developer, and we will begin by discussing today's agenda. So today, like I told you, we are going to discuss about what is a UiPath Cloud Masters Challenge, and since it's a challenge, definitely there is going to be a judging criteria, and we will also discuss about what specifically is this week's challenge. Okay. So Cloud Masters is essentially a MVP initiative in which all the participants will be asked to develop their solutions with the help of specific cloud providers. We are basically targeting on 5 different types of cloud providers, and this entire event is arranged in order to increase the awareness of the services that are offered by these cloud service providers. So essentially, in many of your projects, you must have noticed when you need some kind of intelligent processing, when you need some kind of let's say an external API or something like that for quick processing, you don't have that thing available readily. But if you have such cloud services available within your organization, within one project or another, you can utilize these services. And today we are going to see a very good example of that as well. So diving a bit more into this Cloud Masters Challenge. So this challenge will be running for 5 weeks. This is the third week, and in this week we are targeting Amazon Web Services. We are already done with Azure and Google Cloud, and I hope you got a chance to participate in previous weeks as well. So essentially, what we are targeting is that each week we will have one winner, and the winners will be getting UiPath goodies. The most active people on forum will also be getting a surprise gift. So stay tuned on forum as well. Talking about AWS Cloud. So AWS Cloud was essentially launched in 2006, and it provides services such as infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. If you are aware about it, then AWS essentially, you can say 60% of the internet is hosted on AWS. AWS is essentially the pioneer in the cloud market, and they host services such as Dropbox, Netflix, and some very popular streaming services. Some of the services that are provided by Amazon Web Service are AI plus machine learning, data analytics, blockchain, DevOps, networking, security, Windows Virtual Desktop, and IoT related services. If you will see, they are providing more than 250 services over their website, and essentially all you have to do in order to access them is just go on their website and sign in for free. You just need to use your credit card to get free sign in, and you won't be charged for a penny for until 1 year, and after that you will be asked if you want to continue. So if you just want to sign up for a free trial, all you have to do is search for AWS, sign up on your favorite search engine. Just go there and create an account. Once you create an account here, you will be good to go. So let me do one thing. Let me go ahead and give you a brief overview of how this how AWS actually looks like. So you can see that as soon as you log in into your AWS console, you are greeted with a different a screen with different sections. So firstly, you're greeted with what are the recent services that you have actually explored. Then you're greeted with what are the services that you can actually use for building a solution, such as launching a virtual machine with EC2, building a web application, and so on and so forth. And then finally, you are also having a learning guide here that you can actually utilize in order to learn a bit more about AWS. Apart from this, we in Cloud Masters have also curated a very practical guide for learning AWS. We know that there are a lot of certifications out there, but in order to actually have, you can say, the practical knowledge of this particular thing, like not only the theoretical knowledge, in order to actually work on this particular thing, we have actually found some resources that help you, and we will be posting the links of all those resources within the forum. So I request all of you to stay tuned in the forum. If none of you have seen, if none of you have currently registered or yourself or have never gone to the Cloud Masters forum, I will be posting. I will be posting the link of the forum page here. So this is the forum page, and here you can post any of your doubts, gather the details in regards to this particular challenge, what we are, why are we doing this particular thing, and what is the judging criteria. I will be talking about this a little bit more afterwards. But you can find the forum page link in the chat. Okay, with that said, let me just go ahead and go back to the slide, and let me do one thing. Let me do a very simple demo of a single service on AWS. So okay, let me do a simple demo of a service. So I will do a demo of AWS Textract service. If you are aware about intelligent document processing services, what you would be noticing, what you would be knowing that there are plethora of services available in the market, and some of them are really good, and some of them offers you offers you a particular, you can say, kind of a feature that no one else offers. AWS, I will say, it's an all-rounder. So if you search for Textract here, Amazon Textract, you will be seeing that here we are having Amazon Textract service that allows you to, you can say, digitize any given kind of a document and to get the data in 3 different formats. So I will just open this thing up, and this is a sample file. Now, I will not go with the sample file. I will upload a file of my own, and the file that I'm going to upload is going to be a scanned invoice PDF. We create a bucket here. Okay, so we have also created a storage bucket. So it usually takes a little bit of time for this particular thing to process because we are actually using the web interface. But when you will use it within UiPath, what you will be noticing is that this particular thing is quite straightforward. You actually have very, very good activities that allow you to implement this particular thing without even making a single API call. And now, before talking about anything else, let me open this particular document and let me show you how we got the data. So let me see if I can zoom out of this particular thing. Okay, never mind. So I can see that I cannot zoom out of this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply go ahead and add my PDF file here. Okay, so you can see that this is the scanned PDF document that I am having. And on the right hand side, this is the processing that AWS did. Even though I agree that this particular document is fairly clear, but you can notice that AWS is giving me data in 3 different formats. So the first format is a raw data format. Raw data format, if you will work with AWS Textract in UiPath, is nothing but essentially line items. This essentially allows you to get data line by line. Okay, every single character is available in a line. So see, Typeland Glass AG. Typeland Glass AG is available as a single one. As a single, you can say, as a single group. Then invoice is available as a single group. Followed by the second line, 123 Basedow Street. It is available as another group. And even if you would have noticed, the symbol here of TG has also been accurately, you can say, digitized into TG. So this is the level of sophistication that this particular service provides. Obviously, there are other services in the market, but since this is AWS Textract Week, we are focusing on AWS. It is AWS Cloud Week. We are focusing on AWS Textract. Now, coming on to the second type of, you can say, service it provides, which is form. Form essentially allows you to extract data in key value format. So let me go back here and let me show you something. So see, normally when you're working with any other services, such as let's consider Azure Form Extractor, what you have to do is you have to apply a lot of, you can say, regular expressions and a lot of string manipulation in order to get the actual data. In this scenario, you are having an option of actually extracting the data with the help of forms. This particular form option will allow you to extract data with the help of key value pairs. So let's say I'm having this date option available. So this date option will actually act as a key, and this June 6th, 2016 will actually act as a value. So this is a key value pair. So if I search for date, so let me do a simple search for you. Let's say I want to actually extract total. So let me just search for total. Okay, so see, I wanted to extract this total. Okay, so as soon as I searched for total, it gave me this total result. If I wanted to search for subtotal, it would have given me that as well. So this is kind of a very unique feature that this particular, you can say, thing provides. And the biggest part that you would have noticed is that there was no configuration required. I never went ahead, defined any kind of stuff that what kind of data I want. It simply goes ahead and gets all the data out of the particular document for you. Now, let me go ahead and show you another very important feature, that is tables. So see, here actually I'm having the entire table available. And if you notice here, there are two rows that are entirely blank here. Okay, I should have done this thing earlier. As you can see, if I'm selecting anything, nothing is getting selected. So obviously it is a scanned document. But having that said, notice there are the two rows are entirely blank here. So this particular thing means that this in some of the services, this kind of thing is not detected, not here. Even this kind of thing is also detected, and it is properly reported in a form of a data table. When you utilize such kind of a service within UiPath, you can utilize it in the form of a data table, and you can easily extract it and write it in an Excel file or do whatever you want with it. Not only this, if there are multiple tables available in a particular PDF document, you can even get that detail. So as you can see here, if I open up this particular PDF again, we are having another table available right here. Okay, date, what is date, invoice, what is invoice. So exact same thing is available here. And similarly, the third table is available right here. Subtotal, taxable, tax rate, tax due, others, and total. So same thing is available here. So this is the power of AWS Extract. We also have a human review, but this is kind of a paid feature, so we will not dive deep into it. But you can see that already without making much effort in configuration, you're getting almost all the data that you probably need in your project, ranging from line items to key value pairs, and even the raw data of each and every line. And obviously, it can also process multiple pages at a time. If the table is spanning to different pages, it can also do that. So consider this. This is just one service that is provided by this particular cloud provider. They actually provide a lot of other, you can say, services. And if you go here, you can see all the use cases that they provide. And actually, if you will, they are actually also having some of the sample works. So for example, while researching for today's, you can say, while researching for today's session, I got to know that they also provide a limitless, if you're having subscription for it. So they also provide limitless cloud, you can say limitless storage on cloud, which is very, very unique because very few cloud provider actually provides that. So you can upload terabytes of data without any cost if you're having a subscription to the entire suite. Sometimes you have to also pay for other services. You also need to pay for that kind of thing. Not here. So this is another benefit of using AWS Extract. Okay, so having talked about a little bit about AWS and what this week's challenges, let's go ahead and maybe dive a little bit into what is, or let's discuss about the parameters. Okay, what are the challenge parameters that we want you to follow? So see, within this particular challenge, we want you to actually go ahead and utilize AWS services either with the help of APIs or with the help of already available packages to solve these four use cases. So see, the first use case is of healthcare. In healthcare, you also know that there are a lot of scenarios where automation can actually help the people on the front lines. These are the people who actually need help in terms of streamlining their jobs, and they most of the times they get stuck up in doing some annoying work or writing something on a paper. So we want you to create a solution that will streamline the existing healthcare infrastructure. Obviously, we don't encourage you to just go ahead and create something for a short time that will just help in for the for that will just help for something that is only short lived. But we want you to create something that will actually going to help either a larger set of population, or is actually going to solve a very unique kind of a problem that maybe no one is actually targeting. Second theme of this particular challenge is going to be code management. So we all of us are aware about those scenarios where we know that code is working on our machine, but unfortunately, due to some reason, the code is not working on some other machine or the production machine. These scenarios happen in IT. These are very well known scenarios, and if you just Google for works on my machine certification, there is even a certification that you can get for your own code, and you can show your manager that this is something that works on my machine. But obviously, now your manager cannot submit your machine into the production. You need to deploy the code somewhere. So you can target this particular scenario, like how you can use Amazon, like let's say containerization service, or EC2, which is your virtualization service, in order to create an environment where this kind of a thing, which is works on my machine, does not exist. Obviously, you have to use UiPath in all of these themes, and UiPath should be the basic driving feature, and you can utilize the AWS API for the purpose of maybe that is something that I will leave upon you. But AWS API, or you can use the AWS package. Then comes data management. So like most of the cloud service providers, AWS is also having some big data processing options, and you can essentially go ahead and maybe create some kind of a solution that will essentially help you in order to process huge amounts of data very quickly, and maybe drive some analytics from them as well. Finally, miscellaneous category. This is something in which you can actually get creative. This is a place where we actually want you to go ahead and implement a solution that can be, a combination of all of these three above mentioned solutions, or could be entirely something different. But what we need here is that this particular solution should be targeting, or should be focused like healthcare. This should be focusing on larger data, or on a larger group of people, that actually solves a real life problem. Okay, so if you do that, that will be actually very great. Okay, now with that said, let's talk about who can participate. So since all of you have joined here, and all of you want to become cloud masters, so I am assuming that you're already very good in RPA, or at least you are an RPA developer. So if you are an RPA developer, or a student software engineer, or a student software developers, engineers, whoever you are, you can actually work in this particular, or you can actually go ahead and participate in this particular challenge. And then rules, well, the rules are very simple. You just have to go ahead and design your solution that actually follows the best practices that are defined by UiPath. Please keep in mind that this is very critical to us, because see, anyone can make a solution, but someone who can actually make a deployable solution, that is very important to us. We don't care if your solution is not completed. What we care is if you have worked on, let's say, 70% of your solution that is following all the best practices, from variable naming convention to exception handling to, let's say, proper logging methods, and use of proper logging levels from trace till error. Okay, then we also will be looking at your idea. Definitely, it's a very important criteria when it comes to any kind of a challenge or a hackathon. And in this challenge, this matters a lot. Okay, so if you have a proper idea that falls within these 4 criteria and can actually help us in solving some real world scenario, we encourage you to go ahead and develop it and deploy this particular solution. And we will definitely go ahead and publish this, we will definitely go ahead and try to publish this solution either on Marketplace, or at least we will be mentioned here on a forum that is publicly available. So we will be announcing, for this week's, you can say, the people who will be participating this week in this particular challenge, we will be announcing the winner on the coming Monday. And I mean, on next Monday, not this week, but let's say on 9th. So we'll be announcing the winners on 9th. And then, as you know that, this is a 5-week challenge. Once all the 5 weeks are over, and if you have been following us constantly from week 1, and if you are also active on forum, and if you have also been submitting your solutions each and every week, it does not matter if you are a winner or not. In our eyes, you are consistent, and that consistency will be rewarded. Okay, so this is essentially what we are expecting from you. And this is the essential place that where you can go ahead and post your questions, any kind of doubts. And even if it is not in regards to this cloud challenge, you can actually post your doubts if you're having any kind of a challenge that you are facing in your, let's say, day-to-day work that is related to cloud. You can post that out here, and we will make sure to help you with in finding the solution. Okay, so with that said, let me go ahead and open up question answer round. So guys, do you have any questions for me?
No, nothing from my side.
No, sir.
Okay, so I hope rules are very clear and everything. And see, it is ultimately this particular challenge, like I said, it's an MVP driven challenge, and we took this particular initiative because we saw a lack of cloud knowledge. If you will go anywhere, if some of you is giving interview, today's RPA world is very different from 2 years back. And this is kind of a chance that you can basically take. See, you are having 2 days of weekend. Train yourself, go ahead and start implementing a solution. We are not saying you to become master. See, this is a challenge. We are asking you to take a challenge, learn one thing. I just taught you about one service that is offered by AWS Textrat. There are hundreds of other services. You can target any one of the service and integrate it with UiPath. That is what we are expecting. If your solution is not a groundbreaking solution, it's absolutely fine. No need of worrying about the idea. What we want is that obviously implementing the cloud service with your UiPath. That is what we are looking at. So if there is no questions remaining, and I will just ask again, if there are any questions, then we can basically talk. So are there any questions?
Hi, Ishmit.
Yes, Kunal.
This last week's Azure Cloud, can we submit on? Is it okay if you submit on Sunday?
Absolutely, you can definitely submit on Sunday. We announce the winners on Monday only. So whoever submits the solution till Sunday, we are open and we are accepting them.
Okay, I'm asking for the last Azure Cloud.
Exactly, I know. So see, actually, since we actually determine the timeline till Friday only, just to motivate everyone to submit till Friday. But we are not closing the form actually. You must have noticed the form is still open, right? So that's the primary reason.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks.
Okay, I think we are good. Well, thank you so much, guys. It was great talking to you all, and I hope to see solutions from most of you. And if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, you can reach me on LinkedIn. You can reach me on this particular Cloud Masters site. Register yourself up, start learning and start implementation. And do make a note of this, that like last week, we are going to actually submit a proper guide. As you can see here, we actually submit a proper guide of each and every challenge. So we are going to submit a proper guide for learning AWS. So basically, you can just grab popcorn and start learning what AWS Cloud is. If you are already not aware about it, in case you are aware about it, you can actually get better. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.